Fawad Arshad, who is the Chief Technology Officer. Today we'll be presenting about the company and some of our current products. This is the sequence of the presentation. Now Mr. Fawad will introduce himself.
I'm Fawad Arshad. I am Chief Technology Officer for Digifloat. I have done my MS in data science, and I have experience of over 5 years working in the field. I have done 20 plus projects for clients all over the world. I am Google certified professional cloud architect, Microsoft certified, and also I have implemented several analytics and AI use cases for multiple companies globally.
And I'm Minhaal Abbas. I've done my master's in innovation and entrepreneurship from National University of Science and Technology, and I also have a bachelor's in electrical engineering from University of Engineering and Technology. I have 4 years of experience working as a product manager and also a project manager in my last role. Currently, I'm overlooking the LawGPT project at Digifloat. So starting off with the company overview. Digifloat is a company that provides AI, Gen AI, as well as big data analytics solutions. We also provide consultation services and act as strategic delivery partners for companies. The company was founded in 2016 by Dr. Faisal Orakzai. Since then, we have 8 years experience in successful project delivery. We have 4 offices across the world. The headquarters is located in Brussels, Belgium, and we also have offices in the US, the UAE, and 2 offices in Pakistan. We have over 100 employees and 25 certified technical resources. We serve more than 200 customers and form strategic partnerships with them to implement both local and global large-scale projects. A little bit about our CEO. He is Dr. Faisal Orakzai. He's done his dual PhD in AI and Big Data Analytics from the University of Aalborg in Denmark and the University of Brussels. He is the co-author of a book on Big Data Analytics called Large-Scale Graph Processing using Apache Giraffe. He's also an open source contributor, and his consulting engagements are with FedEx, AXA Insurance, and Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank. These are some of our valued clients, which include both local and global companies. Our key technical partners, some consulting partners, and our academic partnerships. We are currently focusing on the Pakistani universities, some major Pakistani universities like National University of Science and Technology, University of Engineering and Technology, and recently we have signed MOUs with Superior University Lahore and the Lahore College for Women to train their final year students who will come to Digifloat, and we will provide capacity building workshops for these students. Our expertise lies within cloud operations, warehousing, data management, data governance, AI and machine learning solutions, and also software and digital transformation. Digifloat is a complete solution partner. We provide advisory services, consultation, project implementation, how to implement the project within a certain time frame with a specific budget. Staffing, we provide short-term and long-term staff to our clients according to their requirement of the technical expertise required. And we also provide support in the form of training and boot camps, etc. We also emphasize customer support. We have round-the-clock support for our clients and domain experts in fields such as AI, large language models, and machine learning. We have daily stand-up calls at Digifloat where we measure the current progress of our projects, where we are today compared to where we were the day before, and where we need to be. And we also emphasize quality control and deliverable validation. Coming over to some of the delivered solutions by Digifloat in the past. We implemented a real-time monitoring system for fraud detection and for prevention for Belfius, which is one of the top 3 bank insurance companies in Belgium. And they have more than 700 branches and serve more than 3.5 million customers. By this implementation, they were able to improve their fraud detection, reduce the amount of risk, and also improve their customer satisfaction. Similarly, another bank we work with is BNP Paribas, which is the largest bank in Belgium, and they have more than 1,000 branches and 17,000 employees. We implemented a real-time event logging system for their ATM transactions and established audit logs for efficient call center issue tracking. With this, they were able to reduce the amount of errors in their system, improve issue resolution, and improve their personalized services. A university we partner with is the National University of Medical Sciences, which is one of the largest medical universities in Pakistan. We developed a secure data sharing framework for their medical data sets. This involved extracting and updating their medical data, ensuring the high quality and accurateness of this data, and developing a secure data sharing framework which adheres to the data security standards such as HIPAA and GDPR. Partnering with Digifloat provided them with premium access to premium medical data sets. They got valuable insights from the medical data, and they were also able to leverage our marketing experience to reach their target audience. Similarly, recently we have worked with NADRA, which is the National Database and Registration Authority in Pakistan. They are responsible for issuing of identification cards, and they maintain a biometric database of all Pakistanis. They were facing an issue in the offices across Pakistan for their visitor flow management. A lot of bottlenecks were being created, a lot of delays were being created at specific counters. This was because they did not have a real-time monitoring system at NADRA. So partnering with Digifloat, we implemented an AI face recognition and tracking system that we could detect where the bottlenecks were being created and where the most time was being spent by the visitors at NADRA. So the solution we called DigiNet. How we did this was we fine-tuned the state-of-the-art public model, and we improved it according to the specific environment and the scenario at the NADRA centers. On the left, you can see a lot of the people sitting at the back, especially the women who have scarves over their head. They're not being detected by the state-of-the-art model. But due to our fine-tuning, we were able to detect a greater number of people, and this was more accurate as compared to the open source available state-of-the-art public model. Coming over to some of our current products, we have the Omni AI Suite, the Data Mesh X, Plutus Chatbot, and LawGPT. The Omni AI Suite is a set of different AI tools, and it's an all-in-one solution for smart workflows. This includes Press Insights, which is online print media analysis, DocConverse, which is document analysis, audio-video transcription, and SQLize, which is SQL-based AI solution. Press Insights is basically sentiment analysis of the print media. You can see how a specific topic or a specific company is being viewed, whether it is being talked about positively, negatively, or it has a neutral sentiment. What we did was we collected data from 13 different newspapers across the world, and this we implemented a dashboard which shows whether they are being viewed positive, negative, or neutral. This can be beneficial for companies that wish to see how they're being talked about in the media. DocConverse is basically a document analysis chatbot. This allows users to converse with their documents in the natural language, and it understands the queries and extracts the relevant information. And it supports multiple different file formats like Word documents, PDFs, spreadsheets, etc. It can also create summaries of lengthy documents. For example, I gave it 6 different documents and asked it to extract the key themes from these specific documents. So the DocConverse can do functionality such as this. It provided me with all the key themes which were being talked about in the documents. Audio Video Transcriber features English and Urdu transcription. You can input audio or video feeds, and it will give you a transcription in either the English or Urdu language. You could also trim specific portions of the video that you want to transcribe and create summaries of these transcriptions as well. This can be beneficial for maybe you're viewing a video that is in Urdu and you don't understand Urdu, so you can just transcribe it in the English language and understand what the video is talking about. SQLize, Mr. Fawad will explain it better.
So SQLize is our AI product in which we give connection to our data warehouse, connection and credentials, and the product connects with our data warehouse, and it gets some metadata from our data warehouse and gets information about how our tables are relating with each other. We can provide external information about the relational diagram. We can provide it with the relation diagram, and it can extract and build relations. And then you can just ask in natural language about anything from your data set. For example, you want to ask like how many customers bought a certain product in a specific month, and it will generate a SQL for you, and that will run against your data warehouse. and it will get the results. Basically, it will show you the SQL that it generated, and employees in a company they can use it to have a starting point, like for an analysis. Like maybe they are building an analysis and they want a starting point in terms of a SQL template. They can just query this chatbot, SQLize, and they can get a starting point for the analysis. Next up, we have another product, Data Mesh X. So we call it DMX, and it is an integration tool which is used for integrating data from disparate sources. It has a lot of different connectors, and we can find those connectors and connect it to various different sources, and then we can define a connector for our target data warehouse and integrate all our sources. Also, we can do some transformations on the fly, such as changing the column names or like capitalizing the column. So all this can be done on the fly. So this is like basically an integration tool which can integrate disparate sources to your data warehouse. Next up, I'm going to talk about Plutus. Plutus is our AI solution for banking industry. You all have used banking applications on your mobile. Like you can log in and then you can transfer funds, do transactions from your mobile application. But now GenAI has enabled us to do it all through a chatbot. And so we had we've talked about our banking clients, BNP Paribas, and also for Plutus we are in talks with Mashreq Bank in UAE, and we have won to implement a POC for them using Plutus. And given that we have this banking clientele, so we are going to present this in for all our clients. So what is Plutus is, so for example, banking started with brick and mortar branches, postal banking, phone banking, digital banking. Then customer support chatbots came in. They used AI rule-based, like AI used to match certain rules, and they were triggered based on the FAQs that you have integrated with a chatbot. But all the banking application processes, functionalities, they still had to be done using the applications, the digital banking. But to replace the future is the GenAI banking, to replace all the processes and all the information that you're getting from banks on a single platform that is your GenAI-based chatbot. So from our chatbot, you can do several different stuff. You can use it as an informational chatbot. You can ask information like what are the steps to apply for a loan, and it will tailor to your specific bank requirements. It will get information from a bank and tell the steps associated with your bank, like how to apply for the bank, and specifically if it's for Mashreq Bank, like what's the process for Mashreq Bank. And you can also log in with the application, with the chatbot. Like you can say that I want to log in, and then you can provide your username and password and PIN, and then chatbot will be personalized for your, the responses will be personalized for your user. Like you can ask what is my current balance and what is my credit card limit. So you can ask all of personalized questions, and it will answer according to your username that you inputted. It will have all the personalized information. And you can use it as an agent. Like you can tell it to transfer $10 to my wife, and it will generate a transaction. It will generate, and you can verify the transaction. And if you enter the PIN to authorize the transaction, it will just get the transaction for you. It's like a one window for everything. Also, we have enabled multilingual. For now, we have English and Urdu for Plutus, and you can just type in Urdu, and also Roman Urdu, you can type in that, and it will give you same responses. And it also, we have enabled voice. You can also, instead of just typing, you can talk to chatbot, and it will respond. So next up is our flagship product, LogGPT. Minhaal will present.
So the main product which we want to showcase here is LogGPT, which is an AI-based legal solution. It is aimed towards not only lawyers but also legal assistants, law students, and also the general public. So the main features of LogGPT are legal chat, where you can ask for legal assistance according to your specific context, or you could explore the laws or the cases of Pakistan, because we have tailored the solution towards the Pakistan legal environment. You can do legal research such as case law search, statute search, and it also has legal drafting capabilities, with a minimal amount of effort is required by the lawyer or the person that wishes to create a document. And with the help of GenAI, the GenAI will transform this document into a professionally drafted and a legal language document that is according to the requirement of the courts. We also have document analysis and case management, which we are implementing in LawGPT. So this is the basic homepage, which features all the 4 functionalities. As I said, legal chat, case law search, statute search, petition and application management, which are the drafting features, and some other features we are implementing before the beta launch. Legal chat, what makes it different as compared to if you ask any other AI, is that it formulates the answers with respect to the statutes and the case laws of Pakistan. For example, I purchased a defective product and the company is refusing to provide me a refund. So what legal steps can I take to get a compensation? So because it has a knowledge of Pakistani laws and Pakistani cases, it will give me an answer based on the legal context of Pakistan. As you can see, it quoted the Punjab Consumer Protection Act 2005, which is specific only to Pakistan. And it also is referring to some cases such as Chairman Indus Motors versus Muhammad Arshad. So this is not a generic answer. This is providing you context with respect to the laws and cases of Pakistan. Similarly, you can also explore cases and laws of Pakistan. For example, I asked what cases and laws discuss the unlawful termination of employees in Pakistan. It is giving me case law references as well as statute references, and I have an option to preview the exact judgments or the statutes within the chat window itself. And I can also save these laws or the cases within my bookmarks of LawGPT. This is one of the legal research features, case law search. We have multiple filters such as court-wise filters, lawyer filters, year filters, and we're also implementing some AI-based filters such as case tags, for example, if it is related to a copyright case, if it is a homicide case or whatever, we are generating AI tags so it will better filter down the cases that a lawyer is looking for. Right now it is showcasing keyword highlighting, but what we want to do is we want to enable AI search, semantic searching, where the user will input a query that show me cases in which copyright infringement had happened in any specific scenario, and it will understand that query and show the relevant cases rather than just filter by the keywords. We also have options to preview the case analysis, which we implemented. We have AI-generated summaries of the cases, so you can read through just a few lines to understand what the case is actually about and the outcome rather than having to read the entire judgment. We can also save the case from this screen. Now, on the left, you can see you can preview the exact judgment, but sometimes, the judgments could be 50 pages or 100 pages. So what we did was, every single judgment, we created an AI summary. So on the right, you can see concise AI summaries, which you can just read 1 or 2 paragraphs, understand what the case is actually about. If it's useful for your legal research, you can read the entire judgment and you can save it. So this can be very time-saving for the lawyers. And this is case analysis, which we implemented recently. You could do topic-wise navigation if you don't want to read the entire judgment. You only want to read the legal issues or the arguments presented by the petitioner or the respondent. You can filter only those paragraphs within the original judgment. And we also have a chatbot on the right side. For example, in this specific case, I asked in the chatbot, what were the arguments presented by the appellant in this case? So within the chatbot window, referring to the case itself, it will provide me the arguments presented by the appellant without me having to read through the entire judgment. Similarly, I could ask it like, what were the legal issues, what was the outcome of the case, and it will be very efficient and very time-saving for lawyers who are going through their legal research. We have drafting features. How we did this was we preloaded templates that the lawyers of Pakistan use and the courts of Pakistan. Like for example, superdari of vehicle is when your vehicle is impounded by the police and you're doing a petition to get it collected back. So what this does is it loads these fields dynamically based on the template which is loaded. And all you have to do is, in the case details, you have to give a brief description in any level of English or a very basic level. And what it will do is it will create a professionally formatted document according to the template which is required by the courts. So it will really simplify the formatting and the drafting for lawyers, because one bottleneck or one issue that we had noticed visiting multiple courts and multiple legal institutions of Pakistan was that the lawyers are not very fluent in the English language and they are not comfortable writing lengthy legal documents. So what they do is normally they go to some typists outside the courts which have some templates loaded and they just cut and paste different according to the context which is required. So the quality of these documents is not very high. So with the help of GenAI, we are creating professionally drafted legal language documents which can help these lawyers, or also if it can help the general public if they wish to create a petition or an application on their behalf. So apart from this, some of the capacity building and training initiatives at Digifloat. For example, I told you that recently we partnered with Superior University Lahore to train their final year students and the Lahore College for Women. What we do is we invite them over to Digifloat, where our own employees put them through 3 weeks or 4 weeks capacity building programs to prepare them for their future careers, such as the big data technology workshop which Mr. Fawad himself conducted. And this is how we reach out to the community, to students, and how we prepare them to better be ready for their careers. Our collaboration interest based on all of this, we want to partner with IT sector, the retail and consumer packaged goods, education. As I said, we are partnering with Pakistani universities for capacity building and training. So we also want to reach out to Qatar-based universities and how we can maybe provide AI-driven solutions for the educational institutions. The legal sector, as I told you, Law GPT is focusing only on the Pakistani legal context. We want to implement this solution in the Qatari market, even if they are willing to collaborate with us, so we can tailor it towards the Qatari legal system as well. The banking and finance, as Mr. Fawad told you, we're working on Plutus chatbot, and we have also partnered with banks such as BNP Paribas and Belfius, so we are looking to partner with banks in Qatar as well. And public services and government agencies, such as in the past we have partnered with the National Database and Registration Authority in Agra. So similarly, we also want to partner with the government agencies and public service providers in Qatar as well. So thank you so much for giving us the time for this presentation. If you have any questions.
Thank you. Amazing stuff, amazing features. I have 2 questions. First, you are planning to work here, so you mentioned a lot of supporting languages, especially English and Urdu. What is your readiness to support Arabic language and all of these features?
So we have already implemented some of the Arabic languages for Mashriq Bank, but we are actually partnering with third-party solutions already available in UAE for transcribing Arabic languages and providing those services, so that we don't have to start from scratch. So yeah, if we already have some startups, we already met some startups in contact here who are like working in Arabic language too, and also in Ahmed bin Khalifa University, we have research centers for Arabic language. We're looking to partner with them to provide Arabic language solutions which we can integrate with our features and which are in our solutions.
And this you are planning to integrate with all of your features?
Yes,
and
with all of our features.
Services. Okay, second point, regarding the support for Gen AI, generative AI, which machine, which engine you are using,
Yeah, we are using Azure OpenAI for now, and we have implemented everything in Azure. All our products are actually live in Azure right now with Microsoft.
Okay, now when it comes to Gen AI, accuracy is very important here, and you are talking about, especially when it talks, you are talking about legal stuff. How can you be sure that you'll get accurate results out of the Gen AI, especially when it comes to summaries? Let's say, for me, I've tried to summarize documents from different generative AI tools or engines, and I got different answers, different results. So first, how can you be sure that the results are not, if they are accurate enough or not? And is it enough to, sorry, to trust the tool that you're using compared to other tools that might be more accurate? How do you like protect yourselves from
Yeah.
from this?
So this issue, like we mitigate these issues using some techniques, LLM based. We have used RAG based techniques to retrieval augmentation. We limit our knowledge of our AI to specific context, and we limit, like we try to mitigate the issue in terms of technology. But it can take you to like an extent, like you can limit, like increase the accuracy and limit the risk to a certain level. Like maybe you can achieve 95, 96%, but it cannot be 100%. But our products are not tailored to be used as it is. Like they cannot replace, the law GP cannot replace lawyers, and they are just to help them. Like something is better than nothing. Like with lawyers currently working without this system, that if they use this system, even with 90% accuracy, they will be able to achieve more than what they are currently achieving. So we are trying to augment them, not replace them. So the accuracy we are trying to achieve, we are using methods to mitigate the issue, but the issue for now is not accuracy. It's just to build a system which will help lawyers to build their case.
So the lawyer should understand this.
Yes.
Because if he depends on your results and it was something wrong there,
yeah,
he will come back to sue you maybe.
Yes. Yeah, so they should know what they are reading, and they should validate it. So instead of reading a 50-page document, they should just read the summary, but they should know what if it's right or not, because it's not to replace them, it's just to help them. Such as like we had a presentation here for medical purposes. They were having some medical assistant which was reading through like listening to the audio of doctor and patient conversation, and they were presenting some recommendations to doctor about the diagnosis. So it's just recommendation for lawyer to make their work easy and more efficient. So that our system, like law system, is currently very pressured in Pakistan. We have a lot of cases pending. So this, we think this product will help them to, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this great presentation. My question is for Low GPT. Like, what type of data you use to train the model? Is it open access or confidential? You reached out.
Yeah, it's confidential information which we needed to get some licenses from government to get access to the data. We have two types of data: historical cases and statutes law data, which we have like actual law books which we have indexed into our bot, and also we have historical cases which we have to acquire some government licenses to get the data.
And did you compare the answers to ChatGPT-4? Like, how would you convince a student to?
ChatGPT cannot answer these questions because the laws and the case laws, ChatGPT does not have access to that because the data is not public, and ChatGPT could not have been trained on that data because that data is very secure in government, and we had to also get a lot of licenses to get that data. So we have asked a lot of questions similar to this to ChatGPT, but ChatGPT cannot answer this because she was not it didn't have access to that data.
Okay. And one last question: is it subscription based or there is a service fee?
Yeah, it's subscription based. Like if a lawyer wants to buy buy the product for his research, it's like monthly pay, monthly for like $300.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Digifloat. May I call on stage Shispare?
So warehouse management system. This is for advanced warehousing concepts, like for large retailers, or large online sellers that fulfill orders in thousands or 100,000s in a week. So they need to have an efficient process to manage this workload with the minimum resources they have in the warehouse operations. So talking about the market size, WMS system market is expected to reach by 2030 to $10.5 billion. So here I have a short video to explain what Wise Fulfill does, and then I will walk you through some of the functionalities.
Introducing Wise Fulfill, your solution to warehouse management challenges. Are you struggling with warehouse management challenges? You're not alone. Many businesses face trouble with existing warehouse management systems, lack visibility in their supply chain, and experience integration issues. But don't worry. Wise Fulfill is here to revolutionize your warehouse management experience. It offers easy-to-learn and intuitively designed software that comes with an automated rules engine and highly configurable workflow-based task management. Say goodbye to complex, hard-to-use systems. Not only that, but we also provide quick and efficient onboarding support from our team with 10+ years of warehousing and fulfillment experience. We'll guide you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth transition. But wait, there's more. Wise Fulfill comes equipped with AI-enabled Wise Assist. These Wise Assist analyze missing items and discrepancies, identify issues, and recommend corrections for functions like investigation, reporting, and forecasting. With Wise Fulfill, you can streamline your warehouse management processes, improve visibility in your supply chain, and ensure seamless integration and connectivity. Experience the future of warehouse management with Wise Fulfill. Visit our website www.wisefulfill.com. Book a free
Okay, so this is how a typical warehouse looks like in terms of design. So, like you have the base and you have columns, and then you have the pallets and conveyor belts. So I just put this picture just to give you guys an idea about how a typical warehouse looks like, and how the activities are performed inside a warehouse. So what happens basically is, if I go back to this design, so if there is a facility with like 5,000, 50,000 square feet, or 100,000 square feet facility in terms of warehouse, so each these locations you see on the pallets, these have a specific unique number called as location, and then the company who's doing the warehouse management, they will need to, like, whatever WMS system they're using, they need to create all these locations inside the WMS system. So what we come up with that in our system is that you can create that design in our format, like how many bays you have, how many columns you have, how many levels and how many rows you have, and then once you upload it, we can just create these thousands of locations in few seconds with just the structure you're going to upload on the WMS system. Then we have the algorithm to optimize the warehouse space allocation. So for example, a lot of customers that use third-party logistic companies, which are called as 3PL companies, they charge by the amount of space their inventory takes on the warehouse. So it's very important for the customers to basically know how much area they're occupying and how they can optimize the usage of the space to reduce their costs. Okay, then we have in the system as a routing algorithm. So routing for a large warehouse, what happens basically is if the picker is working on fulfilling orders, they can spend a lot of time in wandering from one corner to another corner if they don't have a smart routing algorithm. So what our routing algorithm does basically is it takes the location of the picker and then routes it to the nearest bill location in the warehouse. So that optimizes the efficiency of the process and also reduces the time for the fulfillment. Then we have pallet building algorithm. So in the pallet building processes, you may have staff that is not following the process, cutting corners and not building the pallets as they are required to build. So that's what we track in our system and force the user to place the heavier item on the bottom, to place the lighter item on the top, and they place the cartons as per their sizes of the pallet. Then we have done conveyor belts integration. So with our customer, one of the customer in United States for some pharmaceutical company, for Dynamics, that is running a semi-automated warehouse with conveyor belts on the receiving side. So we integrate that with our system to automate the receiving process. So pick-to-light integration. I'm not sure how many of you know about pick-to-light. So pick-to-light basically is a collection of pigeonholes or baskets, as you can see, with light on them, different colored light. So this happens for a company that does small items fulfillment, which are like small can be placed on these pigeonholes. But they do this in bulk quantity, like in thousands of quantities. So now if you are working in the warehouse and you have a rack in front of you, now even if you know from the system that this location 1A, B1, C1, whatever it is, that's where you need to place your item, or you need to pick the item from. Still from the large rack, you will not be able to understand which pigeonhole you need to go. You need to spend some time reading the labels. So what pick to that does, it just lights the turn the light on, and you know which exactly the place you need to take it from. So this hardware is already available in the market. We actually do the software integration with our WMS system. Okay, then we have mobile app with the laser barcode scanners, so mainly from Zebra and other companies. So the hardware is sourced from them, but we do have the mobile app that actually performs the barcode scanning process. Then we also have customized label prints. So with the ZPL integration, so any account that we onboard on the SaaS system, they can basically customize their labels with their logo and then information payment. Then just a high-level overview of the features. So you can manage inventory, automate workflows, real-time visibility. Then we have multiple pick, pack, and ship options here. We have dynamic work order processing. So it doesn't matter which industry you fulfill and what processes you follow. Our system is generic enough to conform to your needs. With the customized workflow and rule engine, we are one step ahead from the market in the automation of the rules. So for example, you will not be required to hire a lot of supervisors and managers to manage the staff on the warehouse floor, but with the workflow and their optimization, you will be able to automate this task. Integration we do with almost all big marketplace integration we do already, and the carriers integration we do all major carriers right now available. With the ERPs we do with QuickBooks and Sage. With the returns management we do the return limit, Freight and Group. With the retail media we do with Costco, Target, and the Home Depot. Early adopters, so even though the product is at its initial stage, we just launched it this year, but we do have two early adopters with CO and ACB, and the ARR is $270K for now with 2 pilot customers only, and obviously we're looking for more customers in the 3PL industry in Qatar as well. Then we have Wise Assist, which is a chatbot which is trained on the logistics solution, so it can provide answers to their logistics problems, and it's already integrated with Wise Fulfill, which we already saw in the video. So I will not spend much time on that. It's just go through a little bit technically on this one. So we're not using any third-party API call, so it reduces our monthly bill. Since it is directly connecting with the production database, so we are using RG pipeline and then zero retail integration to directly get data from the transaction database to a reporting database, and then our chatbot actually works. And this whole pipeline, which is known as database RHGN, and it is implemented on long-chain framework available on Python. So we did all this to avoid any overhead costs if you're using the API calls to ChatGPT or Llama, you need to spend credits for that, and you need to spend money on monthly basis for that. So that's what we. And then we have another product for Wise Observer, which is an AI-based real-time reporting system. We did it for one particular scenario, which is for shoplifting or theft detection. But obviously, this model can be extended into multiple use cases. But for the initial MVP stage, we only did it for one particular problem, which was theft and shoplifting. So I will show you a demo video, a small video on how this works. And
welcome to the future of security, where innovation meets protection. Introducing our cutting-edge theft detection system, a revolutionary solution that empowers shop and retail mart owners to safeguard their SKUs like never before. Watch as our system identifies a shoplifter in real time. When an SKU item is placed in a personal bag instead of a trolley basket, the system springs into action. The shoplifter is immediately tagged and tracked, ensuring continuous monitoring until they are out of sight. A detailed notification is sent instantly to the mart owner via WhatsApp, providing critical information about the incident, including the time and location. Protect your retail businesses and marts with our cutting-edge theft detection system.
Alright, so what problems does the industry face is complexities of large crowd and staff management. There are another use case which we are using it for is wrong placements of stock on shelves. Some of the companies would like their products to be stored in certain location in the shelves, and which can be detected easily, and the marketer or the manager can be notified in real time. The third use case we have used it for is staff not following process and cutting corners. So there can be a lot of cases where staff which is working on a superstore or on a warehouse is not actually following what they are supposed to do, and if they are not following it, we can detect it and generate notification with the video evidence in WhatsApp. And integration complexities with hardware. Features multi-camera support, so we don't need any special camera for it. It connects with the existing CCTV cameras, which many superstore or warehouses will already have. And then we have instant notification on the WhatsApp, and the WhatsApp instant notification has the clip of the video, so the incident which is detected and tagged, we have the 30 seconds clip for that video, and that's included in that WhatsApp notification. So you don't have to go to the DVR or CCTV direction to see it. You can actually see it and validate it right on your phone, whether it's valid or it's a false positive or something like that. And then we have necklace errors. We do facial recognition, and then this is also we did for another customer for us, which was they didn't want to stop the thief, but they wanted to detect when the same person arrives to a store the next time. So the necklace we maintain, and then we notify when the same person arrives in the facility again. We notify the manager. Cost effective solution, again, we are not using any very cost to this. This is infrastructure independent. You can host it anywhere. It doesn't have to be Amazon or whatever. We have integrated YOLO V8 on that with our LSTM directly on our own infrastructure. We have optimized infra utilization, and the brought per camera per month cost to less than $10. The technical challenges. So if you talk about technical challenges, while YOLO V8 performs exceptionally well on standard data sets, its accuracy can be compromised when faced with unique or highly specialized scenario. So the problem with that is the open source model lacks the contextual understanding. So most of the AI products we see today, with a lot of companies we have seen here as well, so they work on frame by frame basis. So for example, if I'm wearing a suit and I have the glasses on, so it doesn't really matter, it has no context. For example, if you have one of my picture, you can see what I'm wearing and what glasses I'm wearing and what shoes I'm wearing. But in the shoplifting or theft, the context is very important. So for example, if I tag my model for something I'm putting in my pocket as shoplifting, now I need to know the context as well in order to detect it as shoplifting, because I may be putting my own mobile phone inside my pocket, and that model will say it's shoplifting, even though it's not shoplifting. Or I may be picking an item from the shelf and then putting it back, or I may be taking out something from my purse and if it's a female and putting it back, the model will not be able to understand the context in these different events. So that's the biggest challenge we run into, and that is the technology limitation right now we have on the AI side. So how we try to solve it? This is the next one. So what we did is we created a pipeline that combines YOLO V8 with our LSTM model. So our LSTM model is what works with the context a lot better than YOLO V8. But YOLO V8 is more efficient, so we still use it for the initial detection, then we pass it on to our LSTM model to further validate it, to filter out the false positives. So for example, if we receive 100 alerts, and then we pass it on to our LSTM, then it will say, okay, out of this 198 are false, and then only two of them the manager will be notified, and not for the other 98. So with that, we achieved about 81% accuracy by using this approach. We tested it in a live supermarket with the crowd and everything. We had less than 15% false positives. And then we are still, since we are working in collaboration with supermarket store chain in Karachi, so we are continuously tweaking the model and further improving the accuracy. Thank you. If there are any questions, yes.
Okay. First question regarding the store management. Now there is a trend by many to use robots to move things. So does your system support integrating robots? Is it ready for that?
Right now, we have only done this for in only one case we have done with drones integration for one customer. But robots are, again,
within the store itself.
Yeah, for the cycle. So there is a thing called cycle count in warehousing. So cycle count is like an audit of the inventory. For example, you have some inventory in your warehouse, like say X item, 50,000 quantity, and then Y item, 50,000 quantity, and then you may like misplace something, or something is damaged or stuff like that. So what the warehouse operator does it, or the manager does it, they assign somebody to do the audit, like once every week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, just to match the system quantity is matching with the floor quantity. So there is a drone company in US, it's called a Sky Drone, so which you can configure with the warehouse map. So the drone can come out from this nest, and then it can go into the shelves and scan with the camera on, scan the labels, and then do the count. So it hits the API and updates the cycle count. So that's one scenario which is done in the live environment. Otherwise, the robots are very expensive, and very few companies are still actually using it. So, for example, in our customer, Siva Logistics, which is a large company, like I believe it's 100,000 employees in the United States, in North America. So they have a robot only in one of their location in the Los Angeles warehouse, and that also is more of a showpiece. Like they do the unloading on that. So at this stage, I believe it's not as common. But yeah, once we have the hardware available more accessibly, or like more cheaply, so it's more accessible, like a mobile phone, I think we can integrate with the right now.
Another point. I noticed that you are using Beta Llama 3.1, I believe.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Llama, not other engines? And second thing, because they keep updating them and come up with the new versions. So will your system be adapting to this, that whenever there is an update, it will be updating itself to give more accurate results?
So that is only for the pod, I believe. Yeah. Only for the natural language processing. That's where we are using the Llama 3.1. So it's not the entire application. So entire application, the WMS system.
But why did you use Llama specifically? Why not other?
Yeah, so we found it in our scenarios for training and for NLP cases we were running. We found it better than ChatGPT in terms of results and accuracy. That's why we use it. But we are not but we are using the open source library, and then we are trained it on our own data. So even if the system upgrades, it's our decision whether we want to update to the newer one or not. And it's because it's all like on our own infrastructure. We are not using any API calls or anything. So it's under our control. Even if they do the upgrades or whatever, it's our decision whether we want to upgrade or we don't want to upgrade. And we train it on our own internally.
And as you mentioned, this is open source, which is another advantage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the two startups. We have last startup presenting tomorrow at 11 o'clock, so please join us tomorrow, and we will also have the closing ceremony for those 5 startups that have completed this program. We're also inviting a representative from the Pakistan Embassy to be present here tomorrow as well, so please join us. And for now, please join us for lunch. Thank you so much.